Now that the HCS Online Pro Series for Halo 3 has wrapped up, there was one game that stood out to us the most. We saw Sentinels, the most dominant professional Halo team, seemingly forfeit a Game 5 to end the series with a blowout scoreline versus Team Inconceivable. What's up everyone, this is Callous with another Tactics episode, and I'm excited to jump into this one to see what the differences between both Game 5s were for this series. These two teams brought us some intense back and forth top tier Halo as we saw Sentinels and Inconceivable battling it out all the way to a Pit TS Game 5 where the score was tied up at 14-14 and then Lethal pulled his Ethernet cable out because pro strats. Okay fine, he lagged out, but yeah, we had a Game 5 reset. Game 1 was neck and neck, but Game 2 was a completely different story. Officially, it was supposed to be a full replay, but Sentinels essentially gave up as soon as the continuation score hit the 50 mark in favor of Inconceivable. The final score, had it been based on a continuation series, would have been 50-27. But how did this happen?
We're the fucking champs! Let's go! Let's fucking go, baby!
In my opinion, it boils down to timing and execution. Let's check it out. During the first Pit TS match, we saw Sentinels win the opening battle for the Rockets, as well as a full overshield grab.
There's one sniping.
I don't want to burn it.
I can get full, Try left is sniping.
I got
Despite Sentinels losing their sniper early on in the match and seeing Inconceivable setting up with both snipers on their side of the map with the lead, Snakebite downs 3 members of Inconceivable to secure the second OS for his team. After this huge overshield play, Snakebite opts to push into the Inconceivable base to waste the ammo from their newly respawned sniper. And then it happened.
US one on me. Ace third court, one hit. Ace one hit. Alright, they have a 4-bullet snipe. Grab it. TJ's lagging out.
Yeah, rockets as well, yeah. Cool.
Game 5 resets have a long-standing history of not going in the favor of the team that was winning or gaining momentum. The score was essentially tied, but Snakebite had just made a huge play to waste 8 out of 12 bullets in Inconceivable's newly spawned sniper. Trading 1 death for potentially 8 future slays is a big win, and Inconceivable wasn't taking it lightly.
Listen, no, we can't let that guy just get our fucking sniper and waste ammo like that.
Dude, I know, but we had this... Dude, I'm not just gonna drop and die from our swords.
Something interesting to point out is that both teams had incredibly similar starts for both games. For Game 1, both teams set up a 2-1-1 split by sending 2 players immediately for the Rockets down through the green hall, then 1 player on training to bait and play for the overshield, and finally 1 player top tower who is basically just playing for information. They're gonna bait the overshield and or the sniper should the OS not pan out. What's really crazy to me is that both of these teams changed up something very similar for the reset game. Inconceivable tried to gain timing on the overshield by not going top tower, but Sentinels did the exact same thing. Sentinels played a more standard aggressive route through the snipe court, while Inconceivable sent Boo Boo Doo through a very sneaky wide route through the back of the snipe tower and later towards runway. Boo Boo Doo's start took him a little bit out of the field of play in the beginning, but the route also did not expose him to taking any damage at all, which ultimately gained him some timing for the overshield.
I got lost. I'm going runway. Where are they?
The other key difference in the opening start was that Inconceivable sent 2 players immediately into the green hall just as they did in the first Game 5 to play for the Rockets. However, Sentinels delayed their green push as Snakebite checked the long haul lane for the possible flanks first. Snakebite's delayed green push actually gave timing in the favor of Inconceivable as they were able to get into a quick 2v1 with APG in the green hall and then meet Snakebite with the same energy with another 2v1 when he joined with a bait and switch. This is why opening starts can be seen as somewhat of a game of paper, rock, scissors, as certain plays have a higher percentage win rate over other plays when both plays match up. Okay, so this time around, Inconceivable managed to get the Rockets and the overshield, and Inconceivable used the overshield to take out Sentinel's sniper Royal 2 right off the start. Boo Boo Doo stole Sentinel's sniper and ran it back to his own base as Tusk also doubled back to grab Inconceivable's first spawn sniper. Just like game 1, Inconceivable has found themselves holding both snipers. However, this time they also have the added bonus of winning the opening start for the OS and the Rockets to hit the ground running with a 7-0 lead. After Sentinels fired back and got a couple of slays on the board, Inconceivable bailed on their attempt to play aggressively as they were attempting to take over the Sentinels tower to force the base and Mauler spawns while baiting the S1 courtyard split spawns from above. They probably would have kept a player on sword with sniper and another player on training, possibly green depending on how they wanted to play that, but essentially they're forming an aggressive L on the enemy side of the map. Inconceivable played it patiently and intelligently by backing up and setting up a slow play with both snipers to bait Sentinels to push them as Inconceivable had the lead. So Inconceivable set up one sniper on each perimeter to form cross angles as Bubudubu held the tower while Tusk set up on the platform with Ace and Falcated both playing the long haul green and training lanes to bait the possible push. Sentinels tried to break Inconceivable's setup by pushing Bubudubu on tower a few times, but the Inconceivable double snipe setup came out on top. The key to this Sentinels push was a combination of being expanded across multiple lanes in order to create multiple dilemmas for the snipers to have to respond to, while also timing their push together to have at least 2 lanes active at the same time. Sentinels did exactly that, and in my opinion they could have been successful here as Snakebite used APG's long haul distraction to push through runway. Had Snakebite made his rotation without shooting or making any extra unnecessary noises, Sentinels may have been able to slow play Snakebite's flank on the next team push cycle and put that Mauler to use. However, Snakebite was seen and stopped, and Inconceivable secured an 11-2 lead with just 90 seconds in the match. Soon after, Inconceivable started slowly pulling away as they continued to do everything perfectly.
I have 1 sniper bullet left. They're training. 2 they're training.
1 bullet left in snipe. Pfft, no problem for Bubudubu.
Wait. I got 1.
I'm here, Jesse.
With the next overshield about to drop, it seemed as though Sentinels would secure it. However, not knowing the exact time of the overshield gave Inconceivable the advantage as Ace made a huge play to secure a second back-to-back OS. Sentinel's next opportunity for a comeback was during the next Rockets respawn, and Snakebite knew this.
We need to get rockets. We need to get rockets.
Sentinels secure the Rockets with a score at 20-9, and the comeback was a possibility as Lethal also had the Sentinel sniper. However, Bubudubu was already ready for the bridge and street flanks with his own sniper. Despite losing their sniper again, Sentinels still had rockets in hand and an overshield to fight for. A series of unfortunate events occurs as literally everything that could have gone wrong basically went wrong for Snakebite here as his first rocket connected just a fraction of a second too late. Snakebite's second rocket does connect with Tusk, and then his third hits himself?
Sniper court, or my rocket just center court, bro.
Like they say, third time's a charm, right? Shut up. Not applicable here? Okay, fine. After stopping yet another one of Sentinel's pushes, Inconceivable respond with their own push as Bubudubu makes one of his signature unorthodox plays by sniping the exposed battle rifle of APG, who is hiding in green. Sometimes it really is about those small details. Bubudubu just seemed to have APG's number for the next few moments as he cleans him up and then sets up for what would have been a nasty spawn snipe, but hey, almost doesn't count, just saying. In the final moments of the match, Ace finishes out a series of wins to clear out his side of the map while securing the new sniper to win the game. Everyone was shocked as Sentinels essentially gave up. However, instead of honoring the full replay, they opted to tap out early at the 36-point mark as if it were a continuation replay from the original 14-14 scoreboard tie.
Oh, dude.
Can I just end it?
Yeah, you could literally just end it.
We can analyze these moments and chalk it up to timing and execution, but we also have to talk about the mindsets coming into this Game 5, as we saw a less than optimally prepared Sentinels only having minimal practice before the tournament, versus a determined and newly reworked roster for Inconceivable.
What a performance from Inconceivable. Congratulations. It looks like the team change also paid off. They are your Halo 3 MCC Pro Series champions. Wow.
If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe, hit the bell for instant notifications on new videos, and I'll catch you next time for another Tactics.